Hey folks, this is Monte Taylor with episode 29, How Holding Your Tongue Can Speak Volumes. Sometimes saying nothing speaks a lot, and here's how to make it work for you. 3 powerful ways to communicate by not saying anything. First, the power of the pause. My good friend Alex Tice, who by the way is the best-selling author of the book Stop Pitching and Start Connecting, Social Media for Network Marketers, is a living example of someone who uses the power of the pause to great effect. Now, it took me a while to get used to his pauses. In a phone conversation, we would be speaking, and when I stopped, there would be complete silence for several seconds. I used to say, "Hey, Alex, are you there?" And he'd wait even a few more seconds and then say, "Yes, of course. I'm just carefully considering and listening to what you said." At the very least, Alex pauses told me loudly that he took our conversation seriously, and that's a powerful message. Linguistics professor Deborah Tannen says, how we respond to pauses represents, in a way, how we communicate. People who are used to a shorter pause get the impression the other person has nothing to say, when in fact often the other is waiting for just a pause to take their turn. Force yourself to be comfortable with longer silences, she says. Of course, see if someone else jumps in if you're in a large meeting, but you can do this even if you're speaking to just one person. By the way, interestingly, this is a common interview technique for journalists and networking professionals. They allow the pause to go on longer than is normally comfortable. More often than not, the interviewee, or even the prospect, will fill the silence with either a great quote or, in the case of a prospect, some very interesting information that can help you direct the course of the sale or the close. Another technique in a meeting is to ask others what they think first, which gives you the satisfaction of speaking without putting all the onus of talking on you. Unless you're on stage and you're the featured speaker, no one has ever regretted not speaking in the first 10 minutes of the meeting. Resist. Wait. Your time will come soon. Mark Goulston, psychiatrist and author of Just Listen, Discover the Secret of Getting Through to Absolutely Anybody, suggests that we remember the acronym WAIT. Before you say something, ask yourself, why am I talking? What evidence is there that what I'm about to say isn't going to take the topic off track? Is what I'm about to say going to add real value or simply announce my presence? Does my ego need that? Smart professionals who are patient often err on the side of waiting because they know a lot can happen. Like a savvy batter, they know it's often best to wait for the next pitch. Sorry for that sports metaphor, I couldn't resist. Another technique, use your visage. What do I mean? For some reason, silent bosses always seem smart, and silent interns also seem smart. Everyone else seems to be committed to expressing themselves any chance they get. Learn to use your visage, the power of your facial expressions and body language, to demonstrate that you're engaged and interested. You don't have to necessarily say anything. The irony is that you're often most present when you're busy noticing something or someone outside of yourself. Being present doesn't necessarily mean talking a lot. The point is, how we are silent is just as important as that we are silent. Look at people directly when they're speaking. React with a nod or squint or smile. These can be way more powerful than talking just for the sake of talking. Learn to use your silence as a tool when it's appropriate. Silence can be a gift and a meaningful contribution even when you have nothing to say. Hold your tongue. Silence has meaning. I should probably mention that there's other ways to communicate effectively and professionally without saying anything. I'm reminded of this quote by Andrew Carnegie, who says, "The older I get, the less I listen to what people say, and the more I look at what they do." Maybe that's a great topic for another episode. But here it is, short and sweet. Learn to hold your tongue. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words. Once again, this is Monte Taylor.